Heaven Hill Grain to Glass Wheated Bourbon. This is one of three in the Grain to Glass series: the regular rye bourbon, the rye whiskey, and this wheated bourbon. This is honestly a bottle that I was not planning to pick up. Thought it was a little pricey, at least by me. But when you see a bottle like this for $11 under MSRP, it kind of quickly becomes a buy. Love this bottle. I think it's a beautiful, it's one of the nicest bottles, especially with this cork, beautiful cork. But, again, I thought it was pricey, but when I saw this, I saw this in one of my favorite liquor stores in East Brunswick, New Jersey today, it was a buy. So this is 106.6 proof. The age is supposedly 6 years old. Although if you do the math, it almost comes out to 7, because it says distilled 2018, released last year, 2025. Says the mash bill right on here: 52% corn, 35% wheat, 13% malted barley. This is a high wheat bourbon, almost kind of resembles the mash bill is only a few points off percentages from the Bardstown high wheat, which will definitely be, in my thinking, that's going to be the next blind. But let's get through this first. MSRP is $100. Got this for $89, which again is on the upper end of what I was thinking of buying. And just in general, unless the bottles are something I really want, but. This is something that in Wegmans is like $105, $110. So this looks like a lot less than I see it anywhere else. The story with this is basically Heaven Hill works with a Beck's hybrids. And they're in Indiana, and they choose a corn seed that would grow. This is in Indiana. They choose a corn seed that would grow well in Kentucky. They then work with a Peterson farm to grow that corn. And I think the specific corn seed varietal for this whiskey, it's called Beck's 6225, and it says it right here. So those are the specifics of it. It sounds like an interesting concept. I like anything that kind of sounds like, the whole process is owned by Heaven Hill, from the grain to the glass. Frame Ranch is a different story. They actually grow everything in one place. That's even more specific on one area. But I like the concept. Let's see if the taste lives up to it. Here we go. This better be a cork pop worthy of a cork like this. Not bad. Got this all poured up. The pour of this thing just look like kind of silky and velvety. Hopefully it tastes that good. I almost got a little bit of Heaven Hill funk. There's a certain type of a profile I get in Heaven Hill. Let's go for the nose. It's all very sweet nose. Let's get right into the taste. Cheers. This is sweet. This is a different wheated profile. Normally I say I get like a bread or dough. This is almost like getting more fruit out of this. Let's give us another taste. It is a silky mouthfeel. A little bit more fruit forward than dough. A little bit different than a typical wheated bourbon. The mouthfeel, the way it poured is really the way it is drinking. It's very, very nice mouthfeel. Feels almost like a thick, viscous bourbon. Definitely legs on the glass. I do like that. So it's different than a typical wheated bourbon in a good way. I mean, I like wheated bourbons in general. This is going to take more getting into. Is it worth the price? I don't know yet. We can have a little bit more time with it. Definitely happy I got it at we'll call it at a discount from what it's going for. I'm not sure. I'll be curious what it's going for by you. But again, the MSRP in Breaking Bourbon shows $100. Like I said, Wegmans by me has it north of that. A little bit, I think it was like 105 or something like that. And this was 89. There's no way, at least by me, I'm going to see this for less than that. So I think this is good. This is going to have to be a blind because the wheat percentages are just a few percentages off. This is a high wheat on its own at 35%. That's 39. Age is very similar, 6 years. So coming up, we'll do in the next video, or one of the next videos coming up, we'll do a blind of these two. But in the meantime, this is very different in a good way. It'll take a little more getting into. And then the comparison with Bardstown will be it, because obviously that's important because you're looking at this being, even at the discount, twice the price of that. And when it's non-discounted, even more. But in the meantime, really good looking bottle. and a really nice taste, which will take a little bit more time to get into. Cheers.